Hi,
Hey,
Coach.
what's up, you guys? How are you guys doing?
Good.
Doing
How about
great.
you?
Awesome, awesome. I am doing well. Well, hey, thanks for hopping on with me today. What I'm thinking is what we'll do is we'll just kind of talk through like how you found out about me, what the process of the 4-week challenge was like, and what you've seen kind of change through doing that. I'm gonna post this video. You guys are good with me posting this, right? Okay. Tell us, where are you from?
We are from Puerto Rico, Florida, Florida.
Yeah,
Awesome.
there's a town here in Puerto Rico that the name is Florida. No, we call it Florida. It sounds different, but the spelling is the same.
That's so Florida.
Florida, yes.
Florida. There's a hip hop artist here in America. I don't know if you've heard of him, called Flo Rida. So kind of same. Have you guys heard of Flo Rida before?
No.
No.
He's a little bit older now, but when I was growing up, he was like on the radio and stuff all the time. So you'll have to check him out. But that's awesome. Okay, so you guys are in Puerto Rico. Okay,
Correct.
and Gian, how old are you?
I'm 12.
You're 12, very advanced 12-year-old. Okay, and how long have you been catching?
I've been catching about like 2 years, 2.5.
Okay, I love
Something
it.
like.
Yeah, since I think that it was.
I think it was my last year in 10U. I started catching.
Cool, cool. And did you play baseball, Israel?
No, I have never played.
Okay, but you're in Puerto Rico though. Puerto Rico's a baseball
Yeah.
hub.
I start loving football with my son, when he started playing. And also my wife comes from a family of baseball players. So
Cool.
I started loving that when I get married, and then I start learning about baseball and all that.
I love it. Well, that is awesome. Okay, so who of you guys found me first, and how did you guys find out about me? You found me first, Gian. Tell
I
me.
found you on TikTok
On
first.
TikTok. I love it. Do you remember what the video was?
It was I do not remember.
Yeah, I think that it was your stances are
Yeah.
crap, something like that.
Awesome.
That video, and then my dad put me on the 7-day stance challenge. Then we found you on Instagram, and then this started.
I love it. That's awesome. Okay, so tell me about some of the main kind of challenges and problems that you were running into before the 4-week challenge. So like as you're trying to get better, what were like the things that you were running into that were kind of keeping you from growing?
I think in terms of catching, blocking was keeping me from growing a lot. I think I couldn't grow in that position. I was doing all things wrong.
It's tough, dude. It's tough. And unless you know how to do it, then it becomes easier, right? But if you haven't been taught, it's like, what the heck? Like this ball's just coming at me, and I'm supposed to like get it with my chest, so you can pick up some crazy habits without a doubt.
Yeah, but because when he was playing, you hear the coach block the ball, but nobody teach him how to block.
Yeah, you'll find that happens all the time. And what I've noticed too is that the coaches that yell the loudest are the coaches who don't understand how to teach it. Because if they could teach it, they probably would teach it. But since they don't, they just yell. And then they somehow think that you're going to figure it out on your own. And it's like, actually, you need someone to teach you. So sounds like that's what you guys were
My
experiencing a bit.
coach was a shortstop and a pitcher. He never touched a catching mitt.
Right. Right. And it's kind of unfair. It's kind of unfair to him to be like, hey, you need to know all the intricacies of how to teach this complicated position, right? When he's never played it or taught it in his life before, too. Okay, so tell me about the 4-week challenge. What was that like for you? What stood out? If you had to kind of describe what happened, how would you describe it?
And everything.
Increase in everything. Let's go.
It was very helpful. Like I got into the 4-week challenge not as excited as I came out of the 4-week challenge. It was super awesome. The experience, the people that were in the 4-week challenge, not just me. Everything about it was just incredible.
And you had fun.
Yeah, recording the videos always fun.
Yeah. Had you ever recorded yourself on video before this?
No, not catching. Never. I started recording me 4-week challenge.
Yeah, there we go. I love it. Okay, so I'm sure you learned so much. What was, if you had to pick like the number one thing that you learned from the 4-week challenge, what would you say?
Number one thing. Maybe it wasn't the blocking to the sides. Slide with your butt and the
Your
Don't
hands.
raise the hands.
I
And
love
leave
it.
your glove also. That was very helpful too.
I love it. Israel, what about from your perspective? How involved were you?
Oh yeah, I love it too because I can learn a little bit more about the pen and then I can help Gian in the game, remember him some things, evaluate after the game how he did.
Yep.
All those kind of things I can do it better now because I understand if I see something that he did wrong, I remember him, okay, remember this in the challenge, this is how you should do it.
Israel, you feel more confident in your ability to now help Gian as well.
Yes.
And coach him and see what you're doing and actually know what to look for and how to fix it.
Right, right. For example, when I see, I also always remember him. Okay, comes down, from low target, low to up. I remember those little things, so he got it in his mind. So
Man, that is so cool. Because now, and right, like this is part of my goal is to not only teach you guys the stuff and help you get better at it, but create the systems for you to be able to go do it yourself, right? As I won't always be there to help you and give you feedback, but if I can teach you to be able to do that yourself, then you can continue that journey far beyond the feedback that I give you in the app. So that sounds like that has happened so far, which is awesome.
yes.
Okay, so Gian, why don't you tell me a little bit? I know that you loved the mental models that we went through, like the inversion principle.
Oh, I love that. I have it right here.
Yeah.
I have it here.
What does it say?
Inversion principle and explaining how is the inversion principle and the right way to do it and everything about the inversion principle. I have like 6 sticky notes about it.
Let's go. Okay, so if you had to explain it to me without looking at the sticky note, how would you explain it to me?
Inversion principle is easy. You just think about the bad things and the wrong things you can do, but do the opposite.
Yeah.
Instead of thinking the right things and don't do the opposite, think about the bad things and do the opposite.
Yep. Why is that almost like a better way to think rather than thinking, man, what's the best way to do it? Why is it better to say, what's the wrong way to do it and do the opposite?
I think if I'm thinking the right way to do it and don't do that, I'd be mad and so frustrated. But I think if I think about the bad way and put it the correct way and I do it the correct way, my mindset is like, yes, good.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. And another thing with that too, our brains are more aware at finding the problems. And this kind of goes into like a lot of the stuff that we were talking about in the 4-week challenge. But if you can identify what the problem is and then not do the problem, then like automatically you're going to be doing things really well, right? Whereas if we try to do things as well as we can, not knowing what the problems are, we're probably going to drift over into what those problems are too. So it's actually a really good process for us to look at, okay, what's the wrong way to do this? And then go the other direction. You explained that really well, man. I'm glad that you got that, because now here's the cool thing. That's a framework that you'll have with you for the rest of your life. And guess what? Does it only apply to catching?
No, it applies to life itself, everything.
Everything, yeah.
That's just a fundamental principle of life, right? And so you could think about it for school, right? What would you do if you wanted to fail at school? What would you want to do?
Not study, not pay attention, not do nothing.
So then if you just flip that over, right, then how would you do great at school?
Paying attention, study, literally the inversion principle.
Yeah, yeah. Right. And so that's what I'm saying. Like now that you know this, right, you can use it not just for catching, but for life, for other projects that you're doing, for relationships. You can do the same thing. What makes a bad relationship? Okay, these are the things that make a bad relationship. So then this is what makes a good relationship. Yeah. So now you have this for the rest of your life, man, which is the thing that most excites me about this. Like, yes, I want to see you get better at catching, but more importantly, I want to see you become a better man out of this. So, and part of that is being able to think, right? And you got the inversion principle, which I love. Now, tell me a little bit more. What was another thing that stuck out about the 4-week challenge for you guys?
Another thing was in the journaling, and as I said in the Zoom with all the people, how do you say it? I forgot. The journaling and you giving me
yes,
and the journaling.
How important were those two things?
Oh, incredibly important. I did the videos, watched the videos, with the journaling. Okay, so I did this wrong. I need to do it better next time. And you corrected me. Maybe I didn't put it on the better, because I didn't see it. But since you're like more experienced, that helped me to getting better in the other videos and the other.
If there wasn't any feedback, if you just got the videos every day, would that still have been helpful for you?
It wouldn't be. It would be helpful, but not the same. I think.
Yeah, not as impactful as with the feedback.
Yeah.
Because,
Wow.
for example, myself, I could not identify what he did wrong. So maybe he watched the video, he think that he did it right, and go on, move on. But if somebody like you tell them, okay, look for this, for example, the chicken wing. The chicken wing, that was very funny, but I didn't know that was wrong. He didn't know that was wrong. So yeah, very helpful.
Good, good. When you think about you coming in as a catcher and you leaving as a catcher after the 4-week challenge, what's the difference?
The experience. I joined as a bad catcher. Well, not a bad catcher. It wasn't that bad and all the things, but less experienced catcher. So in just short time, 4 weeks, 5-minute videos. 5-minute working to a more experienced catcher, better catcher.
Also, you see the difference in the games, because he started practicing during the game the things that he learned or correct during the challenge, and you already can see the difference that, well, this game he catch better than the previous game.
Oh, I have a photo of my one knee before I even knew that your TikTok. Boy, was it terrible. I have my weight on this knee and I was like, why was it hurt so bad? I was doing everything wrong on my one knee stance.
But now you feel good, right? Now you feel confident and comfortable?
Yeah.
Good, good, good. What was one kind of like unexpected benefit of doing the 4-week challenge? Like you didn't think this would happen coming in, and then you got here and you're like, whoa, I didn't realize that I would learn that too.
Oh, the smoothness. The transition from side stance to stance to primary one knee modified. I think that was unexpected because since I did the 7 day, I thought I was turning everything incredible. But then when my transitions, I was doing it wrong and tipping the batter where I was.
There you go.
So some of the transitions, it was an unexpected helpful thing.
That's awesome. And Israel, what about for you?
The one unexpected maybe was was unexpected because not because he learned it so quickly, but for example, the blocking, to be more confident blocking, because before he was like scared to block, he was like a little scared to block. The coaches always scream up, you have to block, to put the knees on the ground, you have to push him down, But now he is more confident, very confident to blocking, without thinking, because you have to do it so quickly, the decision to block, that, you don't get freeze, you just do it, so.
But one helpful thing in to reaction blocking was the line, the imaginary line.
Yeah.
That helped a lot too. That was an unexpected thing. I forgot about that.
Let's go, dude. That fires me up. I'll tell you, when I understood that too, I was like, what? Like, it's that easy? Because before I just didn't know. And how I found out about it, actually, one of my friends, he played baseball at Notre Dame, which is a college here in the States. And they had this like software program, and it would be essentially like a computer screen like this. And it would be a video of a pitcher throwing like from the batter's perspective. And then it would cut right after it releases. It would quiz you and it would say, what pitch is this, to help you identify like pitch recognition. And then it would say, should you swing or not swing? And he said what they would do, like what they would like work on, is they would have this imaginary line where if it was a curveball and it's above the line, then they're going to swing. If it's a curveball and it's below the line, then they're not going to swing. And then if it's a fastball above or below, they would either swing or not swing. And you could tell like right out of the hand, right after release. So the ball maybe travels 10 feet or so in the air, and then it cuts and you have to make the decision. And when he told me about the line for hitting, I was like, oh, it's the same thing for catching, but it's just block or receive. Here's the cheat code for you too. When you're in the box, right, you can do the same thing with the line. If you see a curveball, look at your eyes.
Oh man,
I love it. I love it. Okay, so you're in Puerto Rico, You're 12 years old. What are some of your goals for baseball, man?
So on my goals, I want to go to this university,
Florida?
Florida Gators.
I love it. I love it. Why Florida?
My cousin, I don't know, you probably don't know him, Mike Rivera won a championship. I mean, the 2017 championship when Gators won, he was there, and then he got signed by Cleveland. And I don't know, I just fell in love with Gators, the games. I don't know, I haven't even went to a game, but just liked it. That one of my goals, and obviously reach the MLB.
Well, hey,
That's everybody's goal.
hey, who knows, man? We might be able to look back on this. Let's see, you're 12. So at 18, 6 years, 7 years from now, who knows, dude? We could look back at this video when you sign that Florida Gators commitment letter to go play for them. That would be pretty dang cool.
Yeah.
So you'll have this video on YouTube, man. So say you do hit the goals, you could point back to this video and be like, man, when I was 12, I decided I wanted to come here and I made it. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I love it, dude. Okay, so let me ask you this. Israel, you first, and then Gian, you second. Who do you think is the best fit to go through the 4-week challenge? Like, who would be the perfect person to go through it?
Okay. Maybe, and obviously any catcher that is starting to catch, or maybe like the first 2 years or 3 years. Well, if for example in Puerto Rico you can have a catcher with 5 or 6 years and didn't know what and didn't know the information, because here in Puerto Rico we are lack of resources like good resources. Maybe we have, but not enough. And a lot of catchers start catching in the game and they just play, but they never develop the skills as a catcher with help, So also the support of the parents is important, because most of the players just go play once per week or 2 per week and do anything about baseball until next weekend. And at least myself and my wife Gian is doing baseball all week. Maybe one day is batting, the other day is catching, other day is physical things, but we try to support, the development of him. So here in Puerto Rico, any catcher could benefit of the course, any catcher.
That's awesome. So especially for a beginning catcher, it will be so helpful. But even for the more experienced catchers, they might not have necessarily learned the fundamentals of the position.
Right.
And so it's good to go back and do that.
Right.
Got it. Okay. Gian, what do you think? Who would you recommend takes the 4-week challenge?
I think everybody, because the fundamentals that you just teach little things, the important things, and it helps a lot. So I think even if you've been catching since 4 years old, or you've been catching it since 12, since 10, I think it's super helpful because you cover the most important things. So I think everybody benefits. So I think everybody benefits about it, even if you're 4 years old, 12 years old, everything. That's what I think. And yeah, same as my dad.
Yeah.
And basically, but I think everybody benefits about it.
Yeah, for example, Gian was with specific coach. Well, they call the place was for catchers. And I went to that place and he took some drills and physical things, but I never saw the details that I saw in the challenge.
Yeah, and I went there for 3 months, 4 months, and you helped me a lot in a month.
Now, here's another. How important was it that you did it every day compared to doing it, going once a week or whatever? Like, how important was the daily aspect, and would you have seen the same transformation if it hadn't been the daily work just for 5 minutes a day?
I think it would be better, just how you do it day after day, because I don't know, I think it will be.
Yeah, because if you I think that I comment that this in the application, because you cover one subject per week, but every day you do a little thing different.
Oh yeah.
But because, for example, it's blocking for a week. The week is blocking, but one day you do one little thing, and the other day you do a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, and then I think that is an awesome thing, because it's easy to do. You won't get bored, and you won't, you just finish in 5 minutes, and the learning very quick. It's something that stick with you. So
Mhm.
I also have a sticky note about it. And in the first video, I was watching it, and it was like, do a line that said improvement and put it up in time, just do little bubbles. I have that in a sticky note too.
Do you remember what that's called?
I do not remember. And let me see if I have it here.
Well, it's skill development in time. You got it, man.
Here's the sticky note. You see the bubbles? Skill
That's it.
development time here, but I don't remember.
So they're called feedback loops.
Feedback loops, yeah.
Yep, yep. And right, so what we're going for is we're looking for rate of improvement. We're looking for you to learn quickly. And if you have long feedback loops, meaning you aren't doing it every day, you aren't actually reflecting and implementing the things that you learn, then you can spend a ton of time on something and not get much better, just like you had at the other camp. Or you can spend a short amount of time, 4 weeks, and get significantly better because the feedback loops are tight and you're getting good feedback from me as well. Really cool. Okay, final question. Would you guys improve anything about it? And if so, what would you improve?
I think it's perfect just the way it was. I think, like, just like my dad, going little by little, like without ball, do it without ball, but the next day do it with a ball, and then improve it like in a stance. Then we did from a secondary stance, that's in blocking. Secondary, I think that little, big.
Yeah, I love
I
it.
think I loved it. I mean,
Well, I gotta say, I'm very proud of both of you guys. I know, again, there were even days where you had to go grab your sister to go get the drills in, and you did it. And the coolest part, right, is not just the growth that you experienced, but truly the things that you learned, the skills that you learned, because hopefully this opens your eyes. And I've seen your eyes kind of light up at times when you get things. And hopefully this process of doing the work every day, journaling, keeping track of it, looking at what you had worked on previously and how you're getting better at those things, I hope that this stays with you for the rest of your life, whatever you do. And here's the sad reality. At some point, baseball will end for you, right? And the person that you are is going to determine what you do, how well you do it. And these skill sets that you're developing now through catching is going to absolutely translate to the real world. So my challenge to you, all right, is two things. One, keep going in terms of the journaling, the videoing, looking at all the stuff that you've been doing. Keep going through that. And then two, go teach other catchers. And here's the fun part. You could even make it a business, right? Because are there younger catchers than you?
a lot of younger catchers.
Now, here's the thing. Do you think that even your coaches could explain as well as you can right now how to get a catcher from not having ever caught before to having like pretty solid fundamentals? Like,
yeah,
you could probably do that, right? Better than some of your coaches just because they don't have the information that you have, right?
Now I understand the question. Like,
Yeah, sorry, that was a tough question. So here's the thing, dude. Like, you can go make a little catching business in Puerto Rico, right? And you can start for free and get some testimonials, kind of like what I'm doing with you
like
right
this.
now. Go run the same playbook with them, man. You can take the same drills and stuff that I gave you and go do it with the other kids. And then pretty soon you'll have a bunch of kids learning to catch at a high level. And the best part is you'll be teaching them. And as you're teaching them, then guess who's going to learn even more about the position? You. Because the best way to learn something is truly through teaching it, because you go, you teach it, you figure out, you're like, oh, I don't know how to explain that. You go back, figure out how to explain it, and then you go and teach it again. So that's my two challenges to you, okay? Keep going in terms of journaling, taking video of yourself, improving, working every day. And then secondly, go start some catching clinics over there, man, and go help other catchers get into good fundamentals. One, you're going to start a business. Two, you're going to learn how to teach the position. And three, you're going to get even better yourself. So those are my two challenges to you, my friend. All right.
Yeah.
You keep me updated on how it's going?
yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah,
All right.
yeah. He was telling me, oh man, this is ending.
I almost started to cry on the last Zoom. My dad was working, he was doing some Zoom. He also teaches, not catching and ball, but what
Yeah.
did you teach? I forgot.
Yeah, I'm a technical coach, computers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And my dad was, how did it go? It ended.
Oh man, well, I'm glad that you had so much fun and that you learned a ton. Any final words that you want to share to the world?
Get the full week challenge and subscribe.
Oh, you guys rock. You guys rock. Okay, well, keep me updated on how things are going. Okay.
Now I have to do the block and made simple. I have to
Yeah.
start.
Have you watched the course yet?
No, I was trying to finish this. Now that I finished this, I'm gonna start it. Probably tomorrow.
I
I'll
love it.
start the block and made simple.
I
Yeah.
love it. Well, let me
Uh,
know how it goes, okay?
Sure. No, I just want, on behalf of Jan and myself, just want to thank you for giving us this opportunity, to be part of the challenge. So when I tell Jan, coach is asking for feedback if you want to participate in this. Or, oh yeah, let's participate. So I didn't know if we are going to be selected or not, but let's send the email.
And it also surprised me that I did it this early. I was almost this late to posting the email.
Oh,
And because
yeah.
you told us you were just in time, and I was, Dad, imagine if we send it like tomorrow and we said, you're too late. I already have the people.
Yeah, no, we appreciate it a lot. We appreciate you. Yes.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate you guys too. And I'm very proud of the work that you put in, because I'll tell you what, it's not easy to do something every day, even just for 5 minutes. And you guys did an incredible job of it. And you saw the rewards from your work, which is also exciting. So excellent work, you guys. Thanks for hopping on and recording this with me. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day.
Hey, I hope your little girl is okay.
Yes, she is. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, she's awesome. She's very cute, sleeps a lot. Sometimes her lip will go like this. It's very cute.
I heard her like yelling in the past Wednesday in the Zoom. You put on mute and we heard her yelling, me and Jackson, and we both looked at you and was like, oh, that's the baby.
Yeah, she does cry at times. So she
That's
does
normal.
do that. She's a baby, what can you expect?
Yeah, sure.
So
Okay, so I wish you the best, and yeah, we keep in touch.
I love it. Well, you guys are awesome. All right, I'm rooting for you. I'm here for you if you have any questions, and I'm sure I'll see you around soon.
Sure. Thank you.